Review time! Review time! Review time! Ta-da. I don't know what that was, I'm so sorry, but I have a review of Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley. This is about Cullen Witter, who lives in a small town, and one particular summer is filled with some strange and quite unfortunate events. His cousin overdoses, there is a spotting of this extinct woodpecker that seems to have reappeared out of nowhere, and then his brother goes missing. Alongside this is a second storyline, and we find a missionary who is in Africa struggling with his religion and what he's doing in the world, and his family, and just his life in general. I loved the fact that there were two storylines in this book, and I think the secondary one, where we meet the missionary, is the one that surprised me the most, just by how well it wove itself into the main story and into Cullen's life, but also the fact that I was taken completely by surprise. I just did not see it coming at all. And I thought this book was a great, refreshing read. It's not really like anything I've read before in a contemporary. On the surface, it appears to be about this bird and Cullen's brother, but it's a lot more powerful than that. Everything that's going on, it's quite intense and it's quite dramatic, but it's written in such an unassuming way that it kind of just creeps up on you and hits you in the face. Like towards the end, when these two storylines wove together, as I was reading it, I was just like, what the? Oh my God, I was getting really verbal about it. I was just like, mind blowing at it kind of thing. Mind blowing. And overall, I just really liked how this story was written and how well John Corey Whaley was able to write these two storylines that at the beginning seemed so completely different. You just don't see at all how these could have anything to do with each other. There were a couple of things about the narration that didn't quite work for me. Firstly, the beginning has quite a slow pace, and for me, I found that it took quite a while to really get invested in the story and to feel some sort of connection with the characters. The way that the story is written is quite straightforward, particularly with intense moments, and I think especially when it came to the disappearance of Cullen's brother, it just seems to come out of nowhere and happen so quickly in a way that I just felt a little slight disconnect, and it took me a little while to really feel an impact from it. But as the story continues, and especially towards the end of the book, things pick up real fast. It gets intense really quickly. And the other thing I wanted to mention about the narration is I found myself a little confused at points. There were moments in Cullen's section, because that's all written in first person, where he would start talking in third person, like about himself and imagining scenarios in his head sort of thing, and that would be explained through third person. I'd be partway through these sections and be like, wait, is this actually happening, or is he just like imagining it? So that did leave me a little confused at some points. But overall, I really enjoyed this book. Once I finally delved into the story and the characters, I just flew through it. I just found it to be quite powerful and definitely left an impact. I was just like physically stunned how things ended up resolving. So I ended up giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I would definitely recommend this book. A beautiful contemporary novel that just turned out in a way that I could not have expected. If you have read Where Things Come Back, I'd love to hear your opinions on it down in the comment section below. And yes, that is all that I have for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!